You guys remember that song? I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. Friends, hello! Welcome back to Amethyst Craftworks. I'm Samantha, and baby, we are blue today. The last time I dyed my hair, it was unexpectedly blue. This time when we dyed my hair, it was purposefully blue. I really liked the way the last color I used, which was Enchanted Forest, I think, from Manic Panic. I really liked the way that looked after a while. It took some getting used to. My natural hair color, as we all know, is green. And so it took some getting used to for me to appreciate the teal. But then it sort of became like more blue, and then it faded to really pretty color, and so on and so forth. And so this time I was like, well, let's just commit to the blue. Do something different for summer, at least for a couple of months in the summer. And so yeah, we're blue today. We also have Mr. No Face on our t-shirt because today is the wrap-up for my month of the Movie Marquee for June for Spirited Away. And if you guys will remember, the wrap-up that I did for March with Hocus Pocus, which is my calendar up there as well, is very much covered today. We've got Boney Bat over here from my Vampire Freaks haul. He covers up quite a bit of the calendar there. But I promise I put a spell on you and Binks is up there. And in my wrap-up for March for Hocus Pocus, I had on a Hocus Pocus sweatshirt, right? And so I thought, well, I have to do that again. I've got to represent No Face, who's even down here with Chihiro. I love this t-shirt, and it was very much an excuse to buy a new t-shirt and so on and so forth. And so yeah, we've got No Face, and I've got some updates on the end of the Movie Marquee for June. Now, in case my babbling here doesn't ring any bells for you, the Movie Marquee Challenge is a challenge between Heather the Crochet Witch, Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts, Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks, and then you. And all of us are taking no. All of us are not taking turns. Heather, Bella, and I are taking turns, picking a movie every month. And then all of us are participating in the challenge by pulling colors from the movie poster and pulling inspiration from the movie and all that good stuff to work on projects together in the month that we are working on that movie. I think you get the gist there. I think I may have bumbled my way through that properly. But that's what we're doing today. And it is the wrap-up for the month of June, which was my pick, which, if you couldn't tell, was Spirited Away. Such a good movie. I adore this movie. And I had so much fun with the colors and the squares and the applique for this month because my project is granny squares. I'm making a cardigan out of granny squares. And the front panels of my cardigan are each having an applique on it that represents something from the movie in that month, right? So I had lots of fun. Of course, it's my month, so I had lots of fun. But I really enjoyed this month. And I've got the last of my squares to show you, and I'll re-show you my front panel, which I did get that finished. So hold on, let me gather the things, and then we will get into the actual update. Now, it is kind of bittersweet in that I always kind of feel sad letting go of my movie pick. But that's the whole point, right? Is to not only have my own picks, but to use the picks from my girls to inspire projects as well. But I am a little sad to see Spirited Away go. But these are the yarns that I used in my project bag for the Movie Marquee. These are not all of them. These are just the skeins that, they're not even full skeins anymore. They are floppy, very much floppy skeins. But these are the fullest ones that I used. Everything else was little scrap balls and things. Because I used a lot of colors. Let me grab over here. I showed you guys this blocking board, this stretching board, in one of my updates for June. And I've got all my squares on here that weren't applique related. And so this first one I've already showed you. This is Chihiro. I'll hold it over here because Chihiro is the girl that's on the poster. These are the colors that she wears in the movie poster. So there's that one. I also showed you this one, which is also Chihiro, but in a different outfit, a different version of Chihiro. This is her in that outfit. And then we are now on to the squares that I haven't shown you. So this one is Yubaba. I used blue for her dress, this like beige for her hair, gold, and then red for the jewels and the jewelry that she wears. I think this one turned out pretty good. It looks pretty good for Yubaba, if I do say so myself. Then the next one is the Soot Sprites, which again, I'm gonna put pictures up over there so you can see the inspiration and then the square that I made. So the white and the black, of course, represents the actual Soot Sprites. And then the yellow, green, and this pinky corally color are the little competo, the little sugar stars that they eat. So cute. I love this color combo. Bright, colorful, but then black, right? Very fitting. A very lovely color combo. Very fitting, yes, for the Soot Sprites. But then my absolute favorite square, other than my applique, of course, but the favorite actual plain granny square that I made this month is for Haku. Now, Haku, I dare say Haku may even be my favorite character above Mr. No Face. I love Haku, but I also thought Haku was a little beyond my abilities for applique making, more so than No Face was. So I made Haku into just a color representation square. Couple of shades of teal. There is white, off-white, and then white. I don't know, can you tell? Maybe. My camera, it's very bright, so I don't know if it's gonna adjust. There! I just have to hide my face for it to do it right. So the second row there is the off-white, and then 2 rows of white, and then the teal, dark teal, and the like light minty green. I love this color combination, and I love what this represents. I love Haku. And so, yeah, all my favorite characters, except for Kumaji, who is the boiler room man, and Lin, who is one of the workers in the bathhouse, and maybe the baby. And you know what? My top 5 favorite characters are represented here for 5? 5, yes, 5. Math is hard. But these are all done. All 5 of the plain granny squares are done. I really like the way these turned out, and I really like the way these are going to look all jumbled together in my actual project. I'll set it there. Once I have maybe the back panel or the sleeves and so on assembled, right? But speaking of assembled, I did show this off in my last update. It is also in my new intro, which I updated the pictures for my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. I did show this off. I have shown this off. It is in that intro, my intro, and so on. But this was the front panel that I assembled, which includes No Face. Let's get them side by side. There we go. It includes No Face, as well as Artax. My God, Artax, you need some hairspray, baby doll. Of course, he says that back to me, too. As my hair, even with the blue and the dye in it, is just, the humidity does not play nice, as I have previously said. But Artax, his main, figure it out, right? But there's No Face. He looks awesome on my front panel. I'm very proud of him. The face pieces I will link to down below, because that was a tutorial that I followed online. The white mask part, I just made an oval. And then the square he is on, the black square, and all of the solid squares that my appliques are on, as well as these solid squares, were a tutorial, a pattern from Heather, and that'll be linked down below as well. And yeah, what do you think? What say you for my project this month? I would say I was very productive in June. I got a lot done for the Movie Marquee, and I'm very proud of myself. And I'm so excited for the month of July. There we go. To see what Heather picks, because Heather is the one that picks next, right? I am very curious to see which movie she picks, what colors we are going to be working with, what kind of applique am I going to think about making. Is it going to be something I can find a pattern for? Is it going to be something that I'm going to have to freehand, like my paint splats, for example? We'll see. I'm very excited for it. And her movie pick is going to be the first movie for my second front panel, right? So it's just, these are exciting times in the Movie Marquee world, let me let me say. But yeah, while I fold this up and add this to the pile of granny squares there, maybe, there. The backside of Binks will show there for a moment while I say goodbye to ya. Because that's my update. That's my wrap up for the month of June. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for humoring me with this movie. If you saw it, if you liked it, if you watched it, let me know. Leave me a comment. If you already love this movie as much as I do, leave me a comment. Like, I have ignited a new love even within my own self for Studio Ghibli movies, where Bestie Lauren and I have watched several of them in June. We watched Spirited Away, of course, we watched that. And we also watched The Cat Returns. We watched, oh my goodness, the Legend of Landsea. I don't think that's right. Oh my goodness, the Earthsea. The Legend of Earthsea. I will correct myself over here. We also watched Ponyo. Like, we've watched a bunch of Studio Ghibli movies this month because I was so excited about Spirited Away and so on and so forth. So thank you for humoring me here with this movie, and thank you for participating if you did. Thank you for leaving me a like today, and thank you for subscribing as well, because I am so excited to have you join us here. And until I have another update, until I've got another something, which will very likely be a reaction to Heather's movie pick in July, will be the next Movie Marquee video that you see. I will just let you go. Take care. Goodbye.